what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing a branded Samsung Access deck profile. Sanctifire Dragon is kind of crazy and nuts. You can now loop Gimmick Puppet every single turn. So in this deck, I want to show you how the deck plays post Samsung Access and what you can expect going forward in the next meta. Let's get into it.
Starting with the monsters, so you got 3 Albaz, just a good start off. 1 tragedy only. Don't run the ad-lib anymore. Don't think it came up too much. 3 Fallen of Albaz. Could argue for 2, but I think I'm just bad with resources in general.
So a lot of people want to run 2 Albaz instead of 3. What's the reason for that? Is it because of Quem? Should you do it?
Yeah, I think because of Quem, because you dump one, and if one gets banished, it's a bit awkward to get back. So I just like the 3 for safety, essentially.
And I guess you're still playing around Diablosis and Cartesia Rise Heart still.
Yeah, got your 1 Quem, a super body, because you can bring back your Albaz, or even like your Mirror Jade if you used it already.
So what's your favorite thing about Quem? Like, where do you feel like the deck just got a huge power spike thanks to that card?
Definitely getting Fallen of Albaz in the grave, because then it just extends your bay on your opponent's turn, because you can set the branded and red if you get stuck. Recycling of kind of monsters, so your Fallen of Albaz, your fusion monsters, Mirror Jade. So again, all really good. Run 2 Mercurias and 1 Albion. This is for Rinworm, and again, searchable monster negate. Next is 2 Cartesias.
What's the deal with Cartesia? Why are people playing at 2 and should they play at 1? Like, what's the deal with this card now that Luluwallith is in the game?
2, because Quem can special Cartesia back from the grave, so if you want to fusion summon on your opponent's turn, kind of draw a dead hand, you can get into Guignol pretty easy, and essentially would be a star if you had a appropriate monster in hand. 2 Libellion, 2 Magnum, 1 Druid's, 1 Sarnet, and 1 Baldrake. I think, again, Bystial Libellion, just great searcher. Again, you want to have enough Bystials to be able to synchro.
I guess another weird thing about the format is because of decks like Super Samurai, which are mostly Earth, I think. You know, how effective are Bystials these things?
I think they're good either way, because I run 2 Mercurias, and then you got your Tragedy you run as well. So even though if you're not interrupting your opponent's kind of board, you can still kind of extend from your own deck. And again, with Baldrake as well, or like even Druids where I'm just special summoning it. Like, let's say if you synchro on their turn, or you know, you want to interrupt with your Baldrake, because your Quem can get back your resources anyway. I run 3 draw. I think this is a staple this format. 2 Ash Blossoms, and then 2 Ghost Ogre. Considering Skullmeister, just because of my Bystials.
Ghost Ogre was always really good. It was just very format dependent, but right now it got Gigantic Sprite. It can hit the purely monsters, so they can't overlay on top of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, hits Adventure, hits the Super Samurai cards.
Onto the spells, 3 Branded Fusion, pretty standard opening, and then the Dear Servant. Again, this does come up when you do draw it, or if you get ashed or something. It's just like, again, extended play. With Nadir Servant, you know, you're sending a monster from your extra deck to your grave and adding a Dogmatica monster or whatnot. Good searcher for Quem to bring her out. Generally, most of your extra deck monsters, they want to be sent to the grave because of their grave effect. So you got your Albion. 3 fusion deployments. Again, searchable for Fallen of Albaz, Cartesia.
That's like your new star. I see every branded deck run it now.
Yeah.
It's really techy. It's really good.
1 branded and white, red, lost, called by. This is just for like Ash or whatnot. This comes back quite a bit like in an alternative line with the red and black, and then the Guignol.
You see the deck plays around Ash Blossom way better now?
I think with branded and white, yes, potentially, because that's another reason why I run the 3 Albaz as well. I'd say with Nadir Servant as well, definitely helps the deck a lot. 1 Retribution and 1 Etude. Again, this is just because of the Bystials, and it just banishes anything. If you have a Bystial level 4 tune-off, you've got Bystial Dispata. So again, that's a Bystial as well. Lulu as well. Again, that generally, you either want to dump that or summon it through Guignol. Chaos Angel as a last one.
So if anyone wondering, Gimmick Puppet is in your side deck. There's 2 types of branded players, the ones who play the main deck and the ones who play the side deck, who are more reserves. I guess in your opinion, do you see as more of a side deck card or a main deck card?
It just depends on what you like. I just want to try something a little bit different, to be fair. I think with the side decking, it's very easy to kind of exchange cards, like just lower your Bystial count a little bit. So we'll just move on to the extra deck now. 2 Mirror Jades, pretty standard. 2 Albions, 1 Libellion, 1 Rinbrum Brigand, and Titaniclad.
So explain to me a little bit about why you run 2 Albion and not 3.
Just in terms of resources, I mean, you only ever need the 1, and in terms of like a grindy game, Albion rarely gets to that, I think. And you got your Albion to shuffle back. One of the new fusions, Albion the Sanctifire Dragon.
Oh, this card is crazy. We've like seen it happen.
Really good card. Monster Reborn, essentially. It works really well with Gimmick Puppet. I mean, you can just keep looping for ages. It's basically a branded expulsion. And then you would set it kind of in the, at least you have that Gimmick Puppet there. And then you can just start gradually building that little diamond thing up. You got one Grignor, again, very important card. So I've seen some profiles run two, might be something to consider, to be fair, just because it's so useful. You got your one Stepedia, so you can use Cartesia. Let's say you have a Mirror Jade, kind of use your Mirror Jade already, so you'd want to kind of recycle that with Stepedia, so summon Stepedia, and then Quem, again, Quem can bring back the Mirror Jade, and then one Chimera.
No matter what kind of version branded is at, Chimera is just kind of a game closer every single time.
And then you just got your small Synchro Package. So again, you can special summon her with Grignor as a kind of negate if something leaves the board. Just boost your monsters. If you are really stuck running on low on resources, again, you can dump her for like a Cartesia or a Quem to special summon. Chaos Angel, again, it's just a difficult card to out in my opinion. You'll be using a Bystial and a light tuner, so you get like both of the effects essentially. Dispatch, this is good for recycling your monsters as well.
Bystial Dispatch can actually turn your 2 Albans into 3 or 4. Yeah, that's perfect synergy right there.
Moving on to the side deck, couldn't let go of my boy Dragoots. He's just really good. One Gimmick, one Expulsion, one Banishment. This is actually really good for recycling monsters as well. Banishment out. Tryheart is what a boss monster. 3 Kuragara, 2 Tactics, 3 Sphere modes, because I think people are just making big boards now, and then 2 Dark Ruler no more. Side deck in this format, I think Kuragara is just really good. Ra, again, big boards. Dark Ruler no more. I think I prefer it over to Evenly, to be fair, because most of their interruptions will come from their monsters. You do have the awkward kind of Omni Negate kind of spell and traps, but generally they depend more on their monsters for everything.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more content from Ryan, definitely make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I think Branded is going to be one of the most exciting decks in this format. Super explosive, and I can really see this deck taking over and honestly being a nuisance if you can loop Gimmick Puppet that many times. And that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.